Being a good GM requires consistency, endless preparation, and player appreciation. This is Confessions of a Frustrated Game Master. Hello, welcome to Confessions of a Frustrated Game Master. I am Robert, the narrator, and thanks for joining this Christmassy episode of Confessions of a Frustrated Game Master. Just wanted to hop on for a quick video. Got a little inspiration for this video from something that I watched on Facebook from Ivan over at Ivan Mike 1968. And actually, it was a video that I've wanted to do before, but just listening to one of his videos on Facebook, it kind of gave me the push to go ahead and discuss this. So this is going to be where I'm going to maybe ask for some suggestions or opinions, because I really don't have an opinion myself, or I do, but I'm definitely going to be looking for some help with this. The idea of, hey man, I'm just playing my character, when players make decisions in the game that may turn other players in the game off, made me think of a couple of characters that I have played in the past. And I have two characters that I have played in the past that could be viewed as problematic characters. One is my character Creed, who I have played in Dungeons and Dragons. He's a ranger type. And what I like to say about Creed is that he is the ode to the power gamer player who makes the same character all the time. They're an orphan. They don't have any beliefs. They are basically an empty avatar who's only interested in gaining wealth and winning at Dungeons and Dragons, essentially. And Creed was the type of character who had no use for good or evil. His philosophy was, I don't plan to run around and act like a hero, or don't care about who's running the world, because good or bad, someone is going to run the world other than me, and they're probably going to need foot soldiers. Creed was not the type of individual who cared about really the idea of good and evil. He would not wantonly murder, especially women or children, but if he was walking down the street and an old lady was being attacked in an alley, he probably wouldn't get involved. And that is a problematic character in a game where a game master is trying to, motivate the players or bring up that next MacGuffin or start the adventure. Creed was basically only motivated by greed, by money, by wealth. One good example of Creed's philosophy is, we had an adventure or a mission in Dungeons and Dragons, and the party was on a mission traveling to the location where we were going to do some exploration or investigation for someone who was paying us. And on the way to this location or this dungeon, we came across a wagon that was overturned off the road. And the other characters wanted to investigate, and Creed's attitude was, we're not getting paid to investigate that. All it can do is get us in trouble, so let's keep moving. And of course, no one else agreed, so he finally and reluctantly helped out from a distance. But his attitude was, if I'm not getting paid for it, I really don't care too much about it. You can probably imagine that could be problematic for a game master. And of course, the social contract says that all of this should be discussed and ironed out before the game starts. The game master should at least be aware of what motivates my character, or the discussion should have been made, and if that type of character was going to be problematic in the game, he should not be allowed in the game. That is my question. In a game where character motivations or beliefs, or a character doing some introspection is not the goal of the game, is there any value in having that type of character? Another character that I have played a sexist male character in a game with women playing women characters, and it was a one-shot. I did let the game master and the other players know that my character was a sexist. It was a supers game, and I described him as kind of being like the Human Torch meets Tony Stark. And I wanted to make sure that character would be okay, that everyone would feel comfortable with being in the game with a sexist character, especially when we have women players playing women characters. Would that make anyone uncomfortable? And I just wanted to let them know that it wasn't a case of some Neanderthal gaming dude being sexist and rude. And again, a sexist character can be pretty despicable. A character who has prejudices against other races or ancestries in the game can be a pretty disgusting or despicable character. And is there any value in playing those types of characters if the game that you're playing really doesn't do much of any character studies or introspection or delving into characters' beliefs and personalities? Can such a character exist in a game that doesn't include goals of characters working through their issues or flaws? Once you have played for many years and you have never played a sexist character, can such traits be brought to a table and have any worth outside of the player who's playing the sexist character being able to play a character that they have never played before? So I think that's a little bit of an interesting question. What do you think? Can characters with despicable personality traits be welcomed at a table that is not looking to explore character flaws or motivations or behaviors? Or should they completely be dismissed out of hand? Let me know in the comments below.